Alright, I think I'm live. Am I? I'm done? Alright, we're live. Fuck, shit. uh, delete. Alright, let's just close this. So, chat. First of all, I'm gonna change. We got 41 subs. We got 41. 41. Yeah, baby. 41 subscribers. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, so. Wait. Did I change my stream setting? It's fucking private for some reason. Oh, damn. Let me change that customization. Isn't that customization? No? Alright, so I'm gonna set it public. Done, save. Yep. I think we're here, guys. I think we're up. Yep. Just hit our 41 subscriber today. Yep. This is my day one, like this is probably so boring. Alright. Okay, so what we're gonna do today is kind of like stupid idea. Like I need to change opening Pokemon cards. Pokemon. In chat GPT. Cause your mom is busy. Alright guys, and I need to change my thumbnail. I don't know what to pick. Oh, let's just put it that way. Boring man. Boring man. Yep. What's a boring man? Oh, it's a video game. Well, I've never heard of this game. Let's just edit a thumbnail right now for the PM. I'm not supporting unpaid softwares, guys. I'm not promoting unpaid softwares. It's just that I'm really desperate for a YouTube thumbnail. There is the man. Okay, so basically he got a TV remote, and he's kind of bored out. He's kind of bored out. And I don't know, entertainment. Yep. I don't know, he's kind of like bored out and stuff. Shit. One concurrent viewers. Revenge. I know you're watching. I know you're watching Revenge. Alright, so what we're gonna do is like let's draw some mustache. Paint or brush. I don't want to make him Italian. Okay, let's go with this. And this. Oh my god. Perfect. Perfecto. Alright, sounds an Nepali hat. Yep, I got Nepali hat, transparent, traditional hat, transparent. Ignore the spelling, guys. I don't know which one. Oh, I think this one goes well. Yep, take this, copy image, paste it, and yeah, there you have it. The guy's Nepali, I guess, I don't know. Alright, I need to change this into this. And we also need one more thing. I don't know what we're supposed to get, but let's try getting something. What's that? Yeah, nipple. Alright, so we need this. Dovlu flag. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it up here, because why not? And write a text, board. RED, yeah, board with text, white text, and a little bit bigger, I think. And I'm also gonna change from this to something better. or such as this. Is this good? Bro, okay. And kind of a more bigger board. And let's try to wrap this arch. Yep, works. Give this shadow. Whenever the okay, I need to change this directions. No, you don't use global angle. Okay, here it is. And stroke on 1 and also on center, I think. Yeah, I don't know why the nipple flag is just there, but it is there. All right. Nepali. Uninteresting. What the fuck? Kıs कर यार की बात. Alright, so on boarding. Alright then, it sounds good. Boarding, yeah. Let's do bold. Okay, boarding. And we're probably gonna change this into live. Hazır. China. Okay, I'm gonna color that now. Okay, color that. And text. Live. Yep. Alright, and change the text. L. Okay. And yeah. And export it as PNG. Oh, no, not PNG, sorry. Don't export your thumbnail as PNG, alright, guys? Don't do that. That's very Israeli of you guys. Rename this shit. Boring thumbnail, I guess. Yeah, and I'm gonna put it on Mirror Allen software. Alright, I'm gonna change the yep. Yep, this one is like, oh, okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do today, guys, it's like it's out of the box. Guess what we're gonna do today? You know what we're gonna do today? Getting bored because your mom is busy. Let me see my YouTube video. If it's being uploaded or the YouTube just decided to take down. Eh? Alright. Channel. Alright. Getting bored because your mom is busy. Alright. Actually works. Boring. Alright. So I'm just gonna close this. And I'm gonna ask, hey ChatGPT, What's up, Mr. Pickaxe Shabao? Call me. Call me underwear. Okay. What the fuck? Can you... How many cookies do I need to bake every day to bake 6 million cookies in 5 years? I need to cook how many, guys? Okay. 3,200. Alright. And how many per hour? 24 hour. 137 cookies. 137 cookies. Okay. Non-stop. How about I take some breaks? Like I sleep for 1/3 of the time. Now, how much cookies do I need to cook in a day? Bake. It's basically bake, but sure. Alright. 200 cookie every wake hour. 206 cookies every hour. And how many batches can I cook? Alright. So basically, talking about efficiency. I don't want this ad, guys. Get away. Talking about efficiency. Think. Okay. I'm bored, ChatGPT. Can I develop a software that listens to my voice only? It's very doable. Listen through a microphone, dictate if your voice ignores everything except. Okay, speaker verification of voice print authentication. Alright. 30 seconds of you talking, different tones, normal, whisper, loud, tired, etc. A voice print embedding or unique vector of your voice feature. Turn on the audio on the embedding compares to your voice print, accept or rejects. Okay, so we can use Python plus PyTorch for it, TensorFlow, or a Hugging Face model like. Nah, I'm good with Hugging Face models. I think I'm gonna go with Python or TensorFlow. I don't know. Alright. Okay, Speech Brain. Okay, I'm gonna use Speech Brain. Speech Brain, open source conversational AI for everyone. So GitHub, I need to go to GitHub. Cool. Alright. Clone using the URL. Alright. Tutorials, yeah. Docs tutorial. Okay. Test. So basically this is like all the runtime. vision with the rise of deep learning once distance dominance like speech is like. Okay, so you just need microphone input, 1 core GPU, or okay. All right. Generate Python core, the voice training system, the UI, the wake word system, the speaker verification model, the install ready program. Do you want Windows or Windows? Can I try it on Android? Like it's like npm. Okay. Okay, considering verifications for Windows. My student techno blade never dies. Alright. So what we need here is actually a I don't know, a tutorial. Yeah. How do we get that? Alright. How to build voice recognition in Python. Speech recognition.
Here's how
in Python.
developers at Perplexity and NVIDIA are prompting AI.
We're watching ads, guys.
Prompting cursor.
In Python, so let us get right into it. Alright, now in order to use speech recognition in Python, we need to install 2 libraries, and the first one has the creative name speech recognition. So we need to say
speech recognition, yeah, this one. Wait, speech brain, not speech recognition. Alright.
pip3 install speech recognition, like that. And the second one is a little bit more cryptic. It is pyttsx3, and I don't even know what that stands for. But this module, this pyttsx3 module, is based on PyAudio, and just a little warning here, PyAudio is not always trivial to install, so sometimes you're going to have some errors. PyAudio can, you sometimes have to do sudo apt, at least on Debian-based version, sudo apt install. It's a super going to have to import speech underscore recognition, and then we're going to also import pyttsx3. So those are the 2 libraries that we're going to import.
Okay.
It understands what we're when we start talking in true, and then we're going to try something, and if this doesn't work, we're going to have an except block here and some error handling, or just skipping the current iteration here.
Try pass. So basically this is what like happens. Recognizer, speech recognition dot recognizer. I don't even know, like, is that a name?
Equals, and this is part of speech recognition. So speech
Oh,
recognition.
that's like fucking already a record.
Recognizer with a capital R, and this is just going to be our object that is going to true, and then we're going to try something, and if this doesn't work, we're going to have an except block here.
Except block.
And some error handling, or just skipping the current iteration here. And now what we're going to do here is we're going to say with speech recognition dot microphone. So we're going to use a microphone as an input here. With
so they're gonna like try to, yeah, okay.
That
makes
as
sense.
mic.
Damn, I need to do this, guys. I just realized that webcam properties, real font, gradient, background opacity. No, I think that's outline. Yeah, I think outline. Outline size too. Select color. I think it's gonna be black. Yeah, okay. 5. Okay. Properties. No. Okay. Background opacity. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Alright. I think it's showing up now. Yep, whenever I like try to see my stream, there's like a W here, so I can like actually see. So let's see.
We're going to say recognizer dot
Okay.
adjust for ambient noise.
Okay.
The source of this is the microphone, and duration we're going to set this to 0.2 so that it recognizes when we start talking and stop talking. And then we're just going to say audio equals recognizer dot listen. I'm going to listen to the microphone here, and then we're just going to extract the text. So we're going to say text equals, and then we're going to say recognizer dot recognize, and here we can use the source. So we can use Bing, we can use IBM, and so on. We can use Google, which is what we're going to use here. So you just have to pick the source and the language and all of that. So here you can see in the documentation that you can just a very basic speech. Now, as I'm talking here, it's going to recognize what I'm saying. So let's just wait for the result. As you can see here, recognized now. As I'm talking here, it's going to recognize what I'm saying. So let's just wait for the result. So even if I'm making a mistake while talking, as you can see now, it's not perfect. I don't know if it makes any mistakes here, but I'm certainly making mistakes while I'm talking. So we're going to see some interesting results when I stop talking here. Yeah, there you go. So this is what you want to see, and then I don't know if you'll learn something.
Okay. You can make it fully offline, no cloud, no uploads, only listen to. So microphone capture audio frame in real time. Okay. Wake work detect very low on device like Porcupine. Low latency on device trigger like Porcupine wave detector. Speaker verification, your voice only. Okay. Incubated incoming audio to control the speech brain is a strong choice. That's a fucking hogging face. Okay. Optional ASR commanding phrase once verified run offline speeches to text. Voice cover, whisper, the fast whisper. Okay, Porcupine, a very small accurate wake word engine that runs on device and supports custom wake words. And SpeechBrain, ECAPATDNN provides speaker verification pipeline where you enroll your voice, then compare embedding for verification. I see. Vox or Whisper.cpp. Faster Whisper, both offline ASR option for Windows. Vox is smaller, lightweight Whisper for. Okay, so what we're gonna do is like. What's a PIP? Install. So that's like Python packaging. Python installing package, PIP. I see. And what do we have here? PIP install Porcupine soundtrack Vernomi Scrippy. Oh my fucking god, don't tell me. 주눈의 호라 소리를 여기 가득 어루라 수나운데 손살리 부스나 로쿠시 우성게 두 번이라. Okay, I need to finish this as soon as possible. Alright. Do I have Microsoft? VS Code. Yep, I do have VS Code. Let's go! PogChamp. Alright. So basically, I don't know how to run the Python code. Python pip install package 2.63. Install Windows. Okay. Installing Python. python and install Python. Welcome to python.org. 3.15. Download 3.14. So basically this is like okay. Run as administration. Custom install. Okay, PIP bootstrap any install voice okay. Curious. This is all code over programming computer so 2000. Okay. Actually, and how do I do that, Amber? New file. py. There is no py file for. Oh, okay. I need to search for extension. Okay. Extension pu. Python. Python for the VS Code. Python for the VS Code. Okay. For Python. Okay. Install trust and workflows. Alright, we're good to go. Okay, so let me see. Indoor voice for speaking. Circle verify, porcupine create. Voice authenticator. You enroll voice generator voice embedding a numeric fingerprint. Alright. When someone speaks later, compare similarity high authenticator. Alright, sure. Speech brain, eCapture tone, TDN model. Okay, command prompt or parcel. And what we're gonna do? Okay. Fuck. Collecting speech brain. Alright, guys. Okay. Typical call sign, similar values. Okay, not you. I want real time audio, live microphone detection. Okay. I'm good. Okay. So basically, what I need is right now. Oh, okay. Copy code. Import sound device as SD. Import numbify. Numai. Okay. So basically, this is like Soundify. Where's Soundify? What the fuck? Okay. Damn. My bad. Okay, so I need like a file. Folder. py. What's the folder name again? Record.py. Okay. And probably a text document. Record.py. No. Alright, whatever. Copy code. Save. Rename. Rename. Yep. That didn't do anything. Okay. Okay. If name equal to main. So basically like this is like a scriptio wave file, import sample rate 1600, record, definitely record file name, seconds 5, printf recording, seconds sample, rate sample. Okay. Input sound device as SD, input scriptio file import, rate definitely record, file name, okay. Def record. What's a def record? This mean def record file. This defines function called record. File name of the file you are recording will be saved. Name of the file where a recording will be saved. Optional parameter, by default it stops recording, but you can change it. Okay, so I need like a new file. Okay, so this folder is probably named as recording audio, recorded audio. And do I like file name? Yep, I need a file name. Copy name, properties, copy, and open with notepad. Yeah, seconds 5, and printf studio. Okay, seconds, and prints a console like recording 8 seconds. So basically like this record seconds is like, so this ID and this ID is the same. Alright then, like string literal in Python, seconds right into the, okay, so audio dot section break. Okay, so SD to record audio, sample rate is like 1600, so it's like 128 sample rate. Number of audio samples to record, and sample rate defines how many sample per second. Okay, so that's like, okay, channel 1 mono, single channel, 1 microphone, D type 16 bits as an integer. Tells Python to pause until the recording is done. Yes, nice. Save as WAV. Okay. File name. Okay. Record audio. Record. All right. Save. Enter. Can I like open with Python? Open with Visual Code. All right, sure. So can I like add Copilot into this shit? Okay, import sound as no module sound device. Oh, okay. Did I just like try installing it before? Hmm. No module name sound device. Sound device. There is no module sound device SSD. MP. Line 1 module 1. Okay. 3.12. Okay. Okay, sound device. And okay. Collecting, downloading. Alright, it's being installed. Alright, nice. Requirement. When it says requirement all satisfied, it means it has been done. So test it. Open Python in terminal. Okay, let me see. Import is not in batch file. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, so it actually does that. Okay, nice. Sure is virtual environment. No, I'm good. Okay, now it's be able to run, I think. It still says
If you have any issue about this tutorial, and this is demonstration. Hello guys, welcome to Mastering Python channel, and this is demonstration of voice verification. If you found this tutorial helpful, please support me by subscribing.
This course will teach you how to implement speech recognition in Python. This course will teach you how to implement speech recognition in Python by building 5 projects. And it's easier than you may think. This course is taught by these 2 amazing instructors.
Hi everyone, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Mishra.
Patrick is an experienced software engineer, and Mishra is an experienced data scientist. And they're both developer advocates at Assembly AI. Assembly AI is a deep learning company that creates a speech-to-text API. And you'll learn how to use the API in this course. Assembly AI provided a grant that made this course possible. They also have a YouTube channel where they post
Build a web app to show the results to users. And on the last project, the AI's API. On the third project, we are going to change gears a little bit and start doing sentiment analysis on iPhone reviews that you find on YouTube. On the fourth project, we are going to summarize podcasts that we find online and build a web app to show the results to users. And on the last project, we are going to use speech recognition in combination with OpenAI's API to make an app that can answer users' questions. I hope you're excited. Let's get started.
All right, so in this first part, I teach you some audio processing basics in Python. So we briefly touch on different audio file formats. Then we talk about different audio signal parameters that you should know. Then I show you how to use the wave module to load and save a wave file. Then I show you how you can plot a wave signal. Then I also show you how to do a microphone recording in Python. And finally, I also show you how to load other file formats like MP3 files. So let's get started. So first of all, before we write some code, let's talk briefly about different audio file formats. So here I've listed 3 of the most popular ones: MP3, FLAC, and WAV. MP3 is probably the most popular one that you may know, and this is a lossy compression format. So this means it compresses the data, and during this process we can lose information. On the other hand, FLAC is a lossless compression format, so it also compresses the data, but it allows to MP3 is probably the most popular one that you may know, and this is a lossy compression format, so this means it compresses the data, and during this process we can lose information. On the other hand, FLAC is a lossless compression format, so it also compresses the data, but it allows to perfectly reconstruct the original data. And WAV is a uncompressed format, so this means it stores the data in an uncompressed way, so the audio quality here is the best, but also the file size is the largest. And WAV is the standard for CD audio quality. So we focus on this in the first part because it's actually very easy to work with this in Python because we have a built-in WAV module, so we don't have to install this. And now let's have a look at how we can work with a WAV audio file. By the way, WAV stands for waveform audio format. And before we start loading some data, let's talk about a few parameters that we have to understand. So before we load our first WAV file, let's understand a few parameters. So we have the number of channels. This is usually 1 or 2. So 1 is also known as mono and 2 is stereo. So this is the number of the independent audio channels. For example, 2 or stereo has 2 independent channels, and this means it gives you the impression that the audio is coming from 2 different directions. Then we have the sample width. This is the number of bytes for each sample. So this will get more clear later when we have a look at an example. And then we have the frame rate, which is also known as the sample rate or sample frequency. And this is a very important parameter. So this means the number of samples for each second. And for example, you may have seen this number a lot. So this means 44,100 hertz or 44.1 kilohertz. This is usually the standard sampling rate for CD quality. So this means we get 44,100 sample values in each second. And then we have the number of frames. So yeah, this is the total number of frames we get. And then we have the values in each frame. And when we load this, this will be in a binary format, but we can convert this to integer values later. So now let's have a look at how to load a file. So with the wave module. So here I prepared a simple wave file. So this is 5 seconds long. So let's actually listen to this. Hi, my name is Patrick, and I'm a developer advocate at Assembly AI. And yeah, here.
What? Damn. Okay. So yeah, so there's like, I don't know.
We also see a few parameters already. So now let's go back to the code and
Alright, so I need to like record a video or record something. Okay. Hi everyone, this is me, Wichib, and today we're gonna just like chill out on the thing and talk about what we're going to explain and how we're gonna use the voice authenticator app to make sure nobody knows nobody can like access it even without the password, like even with the password on and without the password on. Basically I can only open this application and therefore I can only make this application available for anybody else, and there is nobody except me. So I hope this is really precise. On basically I hi everyone, this is me Wichib, and today we're gonna just like chill out on the thing and talk about what we're going to explain and how we're gonna use the voice authenticator app to make sure nobody knows what the nobody can like access it even without the password, to make sure nobody knows what the nobody can like access make sure nobody knows what the nobody can like access it even without the password, like even with the password on, and without the password on, basically I can only open this application on basically I can only open this application, and therefore I can only make this application available for anybody else, and there is nobody except me. So and therefore I can only make this application available, only open this application of I can only open this application available for anybody else, application can only make this I can only open this application can only make I can only open this application can only make this I can only make this application available for anybody else, and there is nobody except me. So I hope this is really precise. Hi everyone, this is me Wichib, and today we're gonna just like chill out on the thing. And so how many seconds was it?
And now let's load this file. So we also see a few parameters.
So this is like duration, 5 seconds duration. Hi everyone, this is me Wichib, and talk about what we're going to explain and how we're gonna use the voice authenticator app to make sure nobody knows, nobody can like to make sure nobody knows, nobody can like access it even without the nobody knows nobody can like make sure nobody can like access it even without the password, like even with the password. Make sure nobody can like access it even without the even with the password, like even with the password on, basically basically I can only make this. This is me Wichib, and how we're gonna use the voice authenticator app to make sure nobody can like access it even with the password. Hi everyone, this is me Wichib, and how we're gonna use the voice authenticator app. Basically I can only make this application available for anybody else, make this application available for anybody else, and there is nobody else, and there is nobody except me. Nobody except me. So I hope this is really precise. Hi everyone, this is me Wichib, and how we're gonna use the voice authenticator app. Basically, I can only make this application available for anybody else, and there is nobody except me. So I hope this is really precise. Application available for anybody else, and there is nobody except me. So I hope this is really this is really precise.
Already. So now let's go back to the code, and now let's load this file. So for this, we create an object, and we simply say wave.open. Then we have to give it the name. So this is called patrick.wave. And to read this, we say we read this in read binary. And now we can extract all these different parameters. For example, let's print the, let's say, the number of channels. And we get this by saying object.get n channels. Then we also want to print the sample width. So print the sample width, and we get this by
Okay, so basically like this is
saying object.channels. And we get this by saying object.get n channels. Then we also want to print the sample width. So print the sample width. And we get this by saying object.get samp width.
okay.
Then let's print the frame rate. So print frame object.get. samp width.
Hi everyone, this is me Wichib and how we're gonna use the voice authenticator app. Basically, I can only make this application available for anybody else, and there is nobody except me. So I hope this is really precise.
Then let's print the frame rate. So print frame rate, and we get this by saying object.get frame rate. Then
So basically, what the fuck is frame rate? So like, how many up and down? Okay. Right. Oh, okay, I understand it. Object dot frame rate.
and what do we also want? We also want the number of frames. So we print the number of frames, and then we say object.get n, not n channels, n frames. And lastly, let's also print the all the parameters, so we can get all the parameters at once by saying object.get params. And now let's print this. So if we run this, so I say python wave example.py. Then we see we have only one channel, so this is a mono format. We have a sample. Width of 2, so we have 2 bytes for each sample. Then we have a frame rate of 16,000 and a number of frames of 80,000. And here we also have
Okay. Oh, I don't even know. What did we get wrong? Was it a wave open? It's a variable. So any. Okay, so do I need to like? Yeah. Did we get any? Still. Wave. It's not because of space, right? It's not because of space. Sample width. It's a 3 years ago. Okay. And oh, I forgot. Okay.
all the parameters as get the code. And now let's load this file. So for this, we create an object, and we simply say we read this in read binary. And now we can extract all these different parameters. For example, let's print the
What the fuck is wrong with my code? Okay, get params. Dude, there's like, oh my god.
Let's say the number of channels, and we get the
Hi everyone, this is me, Wichib, and how we're gonna use the voice authenticator app. Basically, I can only make this application available.
this by saying object.get n channels. Then we also want to print size prints. So if we run this, so I say python wave example.py, and now let's print this. So if we run this, so I say Python wave example.py. Then and now let's print this. So if we run this, so I say python wave example.py. Then we see we have only one channel, so this is a mono format. We have a sample width of 2. So we have 2 bytes for each sample. Then we have a frame rate of 16,000 and a number of frames of 80,000.
What? Okay.
And here we also have all the parameters. Then, and now let's print this. So if we run this, so I say python wave example.py, then we see we have
Hi everyone, this is me, Wichib, and how we're gonna...
Only one channel, so this is a
I didn't even know what this is, guys. Sample with... Where's my swing up like RV and stuff? What? Invalid syntax? What the fuck? The fuck?
a mono format. We have a sample width of 2, so we have 2 bytes for each sample. Then we have a frame rate of 16,000 and a number of frames of 80,000. And here we also have all the parameters as a wave parent object. So for example, now we can calculate
Wake up, Daddy Sean. Well,
वॉइस असिस्टेंट, इसका नाम है कैप्टन। ये एक हाइब्रिड एआई वॉइस असिस्टेंट।
Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to build a complete e-commerce application. Search, I want to be able to launch the application as well. So as you can see, I was able to search for it. Let's try something else. Search for hoodie. Right, so add hoodie to cart.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Okay, so you're going to need to have Node installed and Python as well. We'll be using WinServe to accomplish what we're trying to build. So you just have to install Node, then Python, and then you jump into the next part of this video. So first of all, I've already set up a couple of things here. So I run this command. Once I have installed Node and Python, I just run npx create at latest name of our application, which is going to be now the reason so I'm waiting for the QR code to this application, and it should start. Yes, so it needs to get on with the application. So basically, let me just quickly go through you guys so you have a clear idea of what we're going to be building. So as we have already clarified, it's going to be a voice-driven mobile. I think, yeah. So up onto this part, Control C. So I just copied it. Now I'll head back to WinServe. Yeah, and I'm going to create a PRD inside PRD like this, and then I'll paste it here. Right. So let me just close my tunnel and then open WinServe over here. So I'm going to summarize everything we've done so far to the AI, and then let it build it for us. So
no, okay. Basically, I see what's going on.